Well, well, Dogbert, who would have thought that? I actually called it right for a change. Wow. I
Or
actually said
Dawnbreaker.
Dawnbreaker. I said,
Well, it is a played map, isn't it? So it's one of those ones that just keeps turning up. You can't really get away from Dawnbreaker.
you can't, but I like it. I like it as a domination map. I've played with Infused on this map, and I found it to be a terrifying but very learning experience. Let's just say. It was one of those things. You know what it's like? It's people say, oh yeah, I could do that, I could do that. No, stand in a pro's shoes, in a competitive player's shoes, then say you can do it. It's nerve-wracking when it starts, and you realise how much you don't know and how much they know in comparison to map knowledge, movement. And the thing is, these are the kind of things that you and I have discussed before, is things like Battlefield is not necessarily about the frags and the score, it's about your placement.
Yeah, very definitely the case on this kind of game. Better placed people will generally get more kills, and you get caught running, you pretty much get killed. So definitely something you see a lot of on this map, just based off the fact that how much room there is all over the place to take some nice cover. And I think that's something we're going to see a lot of, especially on the upper balcony overlooking that B flag, something we talk about on this flag, on this map almost exclusively. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes into play. And I think it'll be interesting to see, especially with two stand-ins for Dig, if they will go for the booster here, or if they will maybe play a more old-fashioned startup and go around the back of A. We'll have to wait and see.
We shall indeed, yes. That's always going to work well when you tell Battlefield players don't shoot. Yeah, that's always going to work well, guys, I have to say. I won't shoot if you won't shoot. Well, let's shoot together. Pinky promise. There we go. That's it. That's better than the court of law, that is pinky promise. For those of you who are not aware of that. So, yeah. I'm beginning to wonder about the. Do you remember the Dignitas disco that we had on one of these maps?
I did. I was thinking about that actually. To pass time in games, do the Dig guys like to just put random things down the middle of the map and just kind of party? But it doesn't look like they've gone and done that today. But I wouldn't have said no if they had. I would have been quite happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, got to keep it entertaining, got to keep it fun. So, yeah, as you can see, this is kind of like what happens at the end of the school day, and you just let all the kids out.
Yeah, it's
just
not
they're all just running around, destroying property and making a nuisance of themselves. So
yeah, no real idea what they want to do right now, except from just kind of be here. So
I think they're just sorting out. Waiting for them to get ready, and then we should be underway. So let me just make sure that everybody is in the right position. I will have to. Yep, they're going to do a restart, and then we should be underway. So, Dawnbreaker. And a phone.
Yeah, as I say, the phone wants to get involved in this game. It's going to be a difficult one, I think, for Dig. I think this map really does hinge on a lot of rotations. They got to call these out nice and quick. So I think this favours Infused.
Now, interesting to see what rollout that these guys are going to do. Now, I've seen Infused go for, and I've seen multiple teams do a 4-1 split, coming in the case of the Chinese team, and basically making a rush down towards B. I've also seen other teams. You've also seen other teams do literally a push into A, not even take the risk of getting caught in that corridor up to B and possibly getting wiped out. So I'm going to be interested to see how the teams decide to roll out on this occasion. Now you can see here, it looks to be a pretty... Let's have a look. Is that just Revo on his own? There we go. There's the squad bomb.
Oh, man.
Look at
a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. Yeah,
and a back rage as well, back onto that B as well. So very aggressive for Infused, but is it paying off? Because they're getting a lot of people getting killed out right now. Back grenade though, launching right into the B flag, killing off one Dig, causing a lot of damage to the rest. But Infuse's momentum getting shut down here. Hadouken goes down, but there's that spawn on C. And Hadzilla probably doesn't even know he's there. And UK Swag just slowly pushing that flag. And I don't think he's even noticed. Now he notices and slowly goes back, but the spawns have come in already, so Dig have to commit to this A push. And man, not exactly the start you want when you had such a good shutdown on that B flag.
Yeah, very unfortunate. It looks like they may not have actually pushed that position to their advantage, and as a result of that, it now means they're going to be caught in a stand-up gunfight by the A point. So MVC looking to sniff around the B point, Hadouken looking for an opportunity, checking up onto the buildings on the top left-hand side and the top right-hand side. Just to make sure that there's nobody on those important choke points. And MVC runs into him and literally kills him with a flying headbutt. So now looking at MVC is trying to defend that B point, chucking out those lovely nades, those high explosive impact nades, which you can, if you get right, you can bounce them at head height. It's fantastic to watch. And he's going after Hadoukens, but oh, so unfortunate for MVC. Ran around the corner and 3 of them literally spawned, and MVC did not stand a chance. So now Frantic is holding that B point along with Jerk. You've now got Revo and Swag pulling up from the C point, and it looks like Bambi got shut down at the A point, so that's going to be defended by Hanzilla. But it looks like the members of Dignitas are starting to push in now and make a little bit of pressure, or at least trying to defend that B point. And you can see up by the balcony, UK Swag and Bambi trying to circumvent them if they possibly can, getting into that very all-important overlook position.
Yeah, good position for Dig here. If they can hold this a little bit longer, they will start to take quite a big lead here. They're already quite far ahead. Frantic getting caught out there, and that might be the beginning and the end of this hold on B, as MVC goes down as well. Giggly might get a bit of a revenge kill here, but Bambi's capturing the flag here at B, and there's no one really, it seems to be able to stop him. Jerk is nearby, but if he pops out, he could also get himself blown to pieces there, eventually gets a kill, stops the capture, and Tom and company are now starting to come in, and that upper balcony at UK Swag's holding down is really just causing a lot of issues to Diggers. They're not really able to feel comfortable with that B flag.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's such a really well defended area. It's got all of that really good hard cover in multiple directions and can actually stop a huge amount of explosions. So such a massively important point when it comes to playing this particular map. I've tend to found this is the kind of position that I like to go on when I'm playing on pubs, because it tends to be a very annoying position and not a lot of people will go for it. Obviously you have to worry about snipers on pubs, but there's less of an issue on this particular match. So it looks like the B point is not being owned by anybody, and that's a bit of a worry. And the trouble is for Infused now, is it looks like they're starting to bunch up on that balcony on the right-hand side. And the trouble is now they're being pinned in, and this is going to be a problem for them, because you're going to have the likes of Frantic move up. No, he gets shut down very quickly. A 2-man spawn coming in from Infused. They're going to start pushing in towards the B point, as just MVC is in the process of being the backbone of the defence for the B point, as Giggly is also moving in, and looks like he's going to be looking for an opportunity to get a nasty pick onto a member of Infused and maybe push up towards the C point. We'll have to wait and see. But what's going on right now, as far as I can see, Infused have the B and they have the C, and they've got to try and hold it. This is going to be a hard hold for them to actually keep right now, Dogbook.
Yeah. Finally getting some sort of traction onto that B flag though. Hadouken and UK Swag and Tom all nearby, so more support can come into this B flag whenever they need it, but right now this fight for B is going on and on. That's a wipe of Dig in the middle there, and this is exactly what you need for Infused right now, and it's just Giggly left remaining, and he needs to play a bit smart here, because if he goes down, there's no one far forward for Dig at all. So and you can see Bambi here trying to make a bit of a pressure by himself on A, but it's just Revo now leaving behind to defend that C flag, and he's getting sandwiched right now.
Yeah, but he's got his teammate Hadouken, who's just spawned on him. Very advantageous spawning there, taking down MVC as he tries to move in towards the C point. Now he's starting to push up and put a bit of pressure onto Giggly. So Hadouken is sniffing around. There we go, runs into Giggly, takes him down very quickly indeed. So Giggly's now finished off inside those office buildings. But Hanzilla is still nearby what appears to be the very well armoured and bullet deflecting stairs. So Hadouken's got to be careful. Runs into another member of Dignitas. There's Giggly as well, getting for another kill, and it looks like he's going to get out the pistol, see if he can do it. Unfortunately for Hadouken. He cannot make it in time, and it looks like Dignitas are now settling down and starting to hold that B point. But you've also got UK Swag coming in, going in with a flying headbutt. He was unsuccessful, and it looks like Revo is now pushing up onto that B point. The same with Infused Tom and also Bambi, as we follow them as they make their way into towards the point. And it looks like they're going to try and get UK Swag up, but oh, a lovely ambush coming in there from a member of Dignitas, and that was just MVC with a fantastic timed ambush straight onto the enemy, and we're just watching through as he's trying to defend that point. And look at that, this could be a domination cap very quickly. And now just MVC is going up against the other members of the Infused team as they are now trying to hold that A point. 147 tickets to 133, or so 113.
Yeah, very aggressive for Dig there, pushing up on that A flag when they pretty much had guaranteed they were not going to capture it back, but keeping control of the bleed, and that's the most important thing right now. They have held that B flag consistently so far, and they're doing a great job of it, and they're constantly pushing the A flag as well, and really just keeping Infused on the back foot here. MVC by himself, I don't know if he'll be getting a trade, but managing to hold it a little bit longer. But Infused are doing a great job in the middle of the map. Tom and Hadouken getting the kills. The Giggly maybe eventually able to get some revenge, but this is starting to look a little bit better for Infused. Finally, they've got some hold onto that B flag. The upper balcony is kind of clear, and really, this is the first time for Infused that they actually look like they could possibly take some sort of control here.
Yes, indeed, as Hanzilla manages to catch a lovely grenade coming in. Caught it with his nose. Very impressive indeed. And you can see Dignitas moving in there, and it looks like Giggly moving in to try and take one of the enemy with a nice circle round there behind the likes of Hadouken, bringing up MVC. And it looks like they're going to now start pushing in towards that B point. So it looks like they need to get that B point back, but look at this potential domination cap coming in for Infused. This is very dangerous for Dignitas right now, Dogbert.
Yeah, Dig need to move quick here. They're going to get that A flag, and they are capturing out C with Hanzilla, but need to be careful he doesn't get picked out on the flags here. Giggly playing that aggressive role in the middle, just trying to upset any plans they have, but Hanzilla needs to be careful here. He doesn't get the capture in time, and then he gets cleaned up by a three-man push from Infused. So Infused here doing a good job to level out this game, and Dig really needs to some sort of get control on that B flag, because it's not going their way right now, and that upper balcony is really fucking them up, and there's no way they're going to get out of it. I can't believe I did that. But they're just not getting out any traction, because every time they try, spawns come in and more players come in, and they really are just starting to fall apart here.
Yeah, that's the problem, and it looks like that they need to sort of re-establish a defensive line right now, as MVC managing to take down Bambi, so that's a good moment there, and it means now that they can actually then start forming a line and start pushing in towards that B point, as it looks like Revo up on the balcony, Tom pushing up towards the stairs, Hadouken's pushing through the buildings, and at the back is Mr. UK Swag.
Yeah, it's just come back from at least 50 tickets at one point to almost level up this game right now. Dignitas still have a bit of a lead, but it's not the lead that they should have if they had played correctly. And right now, it's just a bit of a back and forth game, and I feel Infused might be the ones to take it if they can just get their spawns correct. And that upper balcony is really frustrating Dignitas.
It is indeed, and that's one of the key factors of it. And to be honest, one of the last people you want on a point like that would be Revo. Devastatingly good player. And, obviously, oh, look at this. Frantic and a nice little... Look at that. Frantic going in for a nice little nasty... See if he can get that nasty little pick. But unfortunately, he gets finished off by Revo as he tries to make his way in towards the C point. And it looks like the A and the B point being held by the members of Infused. And it looks like, obviously, Dignitas Jerk can be moving. But he's going to be running into the likes of Bambi. And also Hadouken, two very, very nasty players you don't really want to go up against, especially as a two-man. So you can see, there we go, fire coming in. Jerk gets finished off very quickly indeed. Frantic now moving in. Let's see if Frantic can actually get a two-manner up against the members of Infused. And you can see Bambi taking down Giggly as well. Just MVC also being finished off as well. And it looks like Frantic has been waiting for that all-important spawn. And now they can move in and start pushing back against Team Infused. See if they can get that A point back at the same time as the C point is starting to flash, Dogbert.
Yeah, Hadouken, last guy alive at B, he gets taken down. This is Dignitas' chance here to get that line put back together again on that B and A, and you can see Hansa very far forward here. He gets taken down, and that opens up, and there's Ziggy as well, and that opens up the B flag now. And Dignitas quite spread out, and you can just see the Infused are just power capping that flag, and it's not looking good for Dig here because they are just getting spotted and pinned down from upper balcony, and Infused can take this time if they need it.
Yeah, we're looking at through the eyes of UK Swag, who's coming in behind the likes of Hanzilla and got shut down, but Hanzilla, it looks like Infused Bambi managed to move in very quickly indeed and actually take them down. So it looks like MVC moving in towards the B point, looking to try and hold it. He's got to watch out because of his left flank any second. There we go. Unfortunately, he got taken down. And now, as a result of that, Bambi's been taken down at the A point, and it looks like UK Swag is in the process of trying to take that B point away from them. Interesting enough, M16, Ace 23, Ace 23, Ace 23, Ace 23, Ace 23, Magnum, of course, Revo. He's Ace 23. So literally, it's good to see that at least there's some people in the UK ankle in with the M16A4.
Yeah, I always sit here trying to go through people's weapons to see exactly what they're trying out here. But Infused threatening a full domination cap. Jerk going back to try and capture this A flag, which has been captured by Bambi. He needs to be very careful here. In fact, the entire game is up in the air now. And Bambi, just the last guy remaining, and Digger now going for the full domination cap. MBC, last guy at B trying to get that cap here. And Infused seem to be quite confused on what flag they want to go for here. And this is Dig's chance to take a bit of a commanding lead. They just need to finish off this kill over A, which is Hadouken. If Hadouken goes down here, and he does, this is very dangerous now, because unless a spawn comes in behind A, this is going to be an easy hold, I feel, for Dig if they can just get their spawns in correct here. But there you go, Frantic getting killed, maybe a bit too aggressive there, and that opens up a chance for a push onto B. And man, Infused might have just been given a lifeline there by Frantic, and you can see Bambi already pushing onto that A flag and trying to just make sure that this is not going to be easy hold for Dig here with this A and B.
Yeah, Revo now moving up to support his teammate Bambi. It looks like they try and get back up. He's going up against Dignitas. Jerk runs into Jerk, and sorry, that was Hanzilla as well. So it looks like opportunistic kill there. And there we go, a little bit of trading fire going on as Bambi follows up to see if he can actually get him with those nasty little nades. There we go, goes in, gets the kill onto Jerk, brings back up Revo, and now that means they can actually take that A point, use it as a spawn point as Frantic starts to push back. But one of the things I did see earlier was a 3-man kill by Frantic. Real key moment there that enabled them to actually change the ownership of that C flag quite quickly on Dogbert.
Yeah, he gets them all the time. He's just one of those players that's just a pure fragger for Dignitas. And Jerk and MVC getting the capture out of B. And Frantic, once again, getting those kills in the middle of the map. Frustrating the push out of A. Eventually gets taken down by Revo, who is waiting for him. And Hadouken here making the push onto that C flag. It's going to be him versus Hansa. He gets the kill, and this is opening up a possible capture of C. But more importantly, B is wide open with no defenders at all from Dignitas. And it's just Revo left defending that A flag. And all changed right now is Infused are going to take the double cap and the bleed. And now Dig are the ones going to have to attack this B flag with someone on the upper balcony. This is not looking good, and this might be the last push for Dig. They need to do it perfectly, and if Fuse can get one good wipe here, they will probably take this round.
Yes, indeed, as MVC gets taken down. Looks like a push coming in from the left-hand side. See if they can get that all-important kill. There we go. Revo gets taken down on the B point. Now they're starting to push in, but they've still got a guy to deal with over in the balcony. That is, of course, Mr. UK Swag himself. So he is in the process of basically just acting as a harasser against the members of Dignitas, and they're going to try and keep him pinned down. But look at this. MVC moving in, getting a ninja steal from underneath the noses of Infused. This could be an important moment, but unfortunately behind them, Frantic moving in to try and take that A point back. He's not going to be able to make it, and that's pretty much almost a complete wipe there for Dignitas. That might sound the death knell for Dignitas with respect to this particular round, Dog. But
yeah, there was Giggly did his best, and he did spawn in correctly, and everything was fine. It was just Infused spawned 2 extra people right on top of that flag, and there's not much you can do when you end up fighting 2v sorry, 1v3. So 15 tickets isn't a massive lead in a 200 ticket game. So Dignitas are not out of this yet, but they are going to be playing on the harder side next round. So Infused have got at least that going for them as well. So yeah, pretty good round. That was back and forth, and Dig had a big lead out at the starting gates there, but slowly Infused kind of fought back and ended up taking what they needed and getting the win with only 15 tickets.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty close. I mean, like you're saying, they managed to sort of hold their nerve, so to speak, and managed to dig in and do what needed to be done. A couple of key moments there, obviously, you saw from Frantic. Do you think the fact that he maybe overreached a little bit could have caused a problem? Do you think he may have perhaps been a little bit less aggressive under the circumstances?
Well, maybe, but in this kind of game of Battlefield where, you got risk and reward and kills, and more importantly, the game has just got so many random spawns sometimes, you can never really be too sure what is the correct move and what is not. So I'll give him a benefit of the doubt. But that game didn't end there, it kept going, and Dig looked on. And this one's going to be interesting because they are going to go for the boost, so they are going to probably go for that B capture early on. Every time I've seen a team do this, they generally get wiped, but I guess if it works correct, it pays off massively, and it's going to be that indeed. But early spawns coming in from Dig, maybe a bit too early, and I think a two-man push from Infused, interesting one. They might not be able to get the presence that they need on that B flag early.
Yeah, so we're just looking through the observer cam, through the free cam, as we're watching a push in. As you can see MVC going up against UK Swag. It looks like a three-man cut down here for the members of Dignitas. Not looking good on that point, and as a result of that, Infused immediately move in, start taking that point, and as you see also, it looks like Infused making a push onto that A point as well. So it's going to be a pretty serious problem. This is going to be a domination cap, literally within under 30 seconds of the game starting. Holy crap, Infused mean business, Dogbert.
Yeah, and that's because Dignitas just really got well aggressive at the beginning there. It took a long time for them to capture the A flag, and Bambi was already there, uncontested, straight up to A. No one to stop him, and that's how he got that capture so easy. And Dignitas here really struggling just to get a flag. And this is Bambi by himself is just holding this A flag. He gets another kill, and that keeps it for Infused right now. And brilliant work by him, pretty much solidifying a full domination cap. But slowly but surely, Dignitas have slowly been able to pull it out of the fire. But it's just jerked by himself in the middle, and spawning on top of your teammate basically means you get caught in the crossfire that he was in. They've got the ticket bleed off their back, but not for very long.
Yeah, and 192 tickets to 169 is how it looks right now. And you can see pretty much the members there, UK Swag, in the process of defending that point. Let's see what's going on. Pretty hardcore push. Bambi's about to have a world of hurt. He managed to take down Giggly on his way through there, but it looks like the A point's going to move over very quickly, and it looks like Tom is in the process of capturing that C point, and it looks like the bleed is going to go over to Infused with a hold on B and C. So let's just see what's going on, as now we can see if we can follow the likes of MVC and friends as they're making their way through the connector bridge, and looks like they're looking for those guys. Oh, nice kill there by MVC onto Tom, and now they're going to see as they're going to start pushing in towards that B point. Looks like one member of Dignitas moving over to the left hand flank. You're going to have Frantic making its way through the buildings as MVC tries to get out of the way, as it looks like you've got a few nasty little people sniffing around underneath the connector bridge, which is pretty much where you're going to see members of Infused coming from. So that'll be Hadoukens, obviously. He's looking for an opportunity to get a nice kill on the enemy that moves in towards C, which was Frantic. And now, as you can see, the pressure is being put. It's getting a very scrappy gunfight right now, Dogbert.
Yeah, and it favours Infused. They've got a solid five-man team. Their communication is much, much better, and the positions of, especially when anyone goes down and it opens it up, and that's why their movements have been much, much better than Dignitas's. They really rely on their core three to break through when they need to, and if they get caught up, they really suffer for it. And you can see this Infused Enkel trying to hold down that A as long as possible. Frantic doing what he can at B, but as soon as he goes down, that flag is going to get captured, and Digger's so out of position that they can't really do anything about it. And that upper balcony, once again, Infused just capture it and keep it, and from then on out, Digger really just constantly fighting with, with someone constantly raging them from the back. So this is looking really good for Infused right now.
Yeah, pretty much is the way it's looking at the moment. And you can see a little bit of fire. Revo going for the Dirty Harry Magnum kill, unfortunately unsuccessful. And it looks like now they can see MVC starting to push up towards that point, see if he can go in and get those nades in. But unfortunately, he gets shut down very quickly by Revo, working together with UK Swag. And it looks like Infused Tom being taken out, Giggly also being taken out, and a massive stand-up gunfight going on between Bambi and Hanzilla, and Ham managing to recover it. And it looks like an A-point hold here, and MVC and Jerk moving into the C at the same time. Now they're going to see if they can actually try and hold this point against the enemy members of Infused. This is going to be a hard ask for them as they're coming under fire from all locations. Dignitas, Jerk, MVC dying very quickly there, and now you can see unfortunately Jerk didn't stand a chance. He got taken from both directions and did not stand a chance against that gunfire. But like you're saying, the ownership of that balcony is such a critical aspect of this particular map, Dogbert.
Yeah, if Infused didn't have that upper balcony, they wouldn't have anywhere near the ticket lead they really have right now. And it's just so annoying for any team when you're trying to get a capture on that B. You're constantly being spotted. If you poke out in the wrong side, you'll just get killed. And it's just causing so many issues for Dig right now. And that's why they're just getting wiped on B on a regular occurrence. And because they're losing so many on B, their defense at A is just terrible because they're being attacked from too many places. And whenever there is a break and someone does get a kill on a flank, no one's calling it properly, so they're able to get behind them without anyone knowing about it. And that's just going to happen when you're playing with some stand-ins, because players are getting behind Dig where they really shouldn't be.
Right. I know what you're saying, because it's about having the knowledgeable players to a certain degree, filling those gaps, like you're saying, positioning that we've talked about earlier, to fill those positions with essentially an extremely hot amount of lead. So you can see here a little bit of fire going in, and Infused Revo being taken down by Frantic. That's going to be an important kill. Hadouken, however, is still over by that balcony area. That's going to be a problem, and look at that, a domination cap, Dogbert.
And it's not surprising at all, especially with that balcony like that. You can just drop in at any point and just take the flags, and they did spawn right on top of C, so that was definitely helpful. But right now there's not really that much Dig can do there, just getting thrown off flags. Whenever they do try and push, there's always someone raging at the back, and there's not much they can do right now. They need to clear off that upper balcony and fix a B and C or A and B hold, but Infused are just going for kills right now, and there's not really much Dig can do.
Indeed, indeed. So now you can see Infused UK Swag making his way in towards the C point, and he is in the process of trying to recapture that. The B point should be moving over to Dignitas. Infused, I should say. So there we go. And now look at that, a complete wipe by Dignitas at the A point, and this is danger. This is danger, Will Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. This is not good for Dignitas. And now you can see them starting to move in towards the C point. I think it's fair to say that Infused are in a very commanding and dominant position right now.
Yeah, there's not much they can really do in Dignitas' point of view. They need more success on that B, but whenever they've got a flag, it should be safe. It's not safe, and it's the upper balcony once again. Spots are coming in from it, and the other players are just finishing off easy kills, and there's not really much they can do at this point. And I kind of think that they know that, and they're kind of probably going to give up at some point. But saying that, it is Dignitas. They'll play to the end anyway, but with 147 to 57, you'd think the damage is done there, really. But I think it collapsed in the communication somewhere. But man, it's nothing like the game we've seen before.
Yeah, why do you think that is? I mean, what do you think the primary dynamic that changed things?
They don't play every day with each other. It really doesn't help when things start to go wrong. If everything's going okay, it's not so bad, but if things start to go bad, it's very easy to just not really communicate as well as you should. Obviously, I'm 100% sure, but that's my guess. But either way, Infused are just dominating this match. As they just have the superior positions, and Dig are just playing catch-up the whole time.
Unfortunately, yes. So now you can see here, it looks like Frantic is going up against Revo. Revo brings out the Magnum and sends Tom to go and do his dirty work. Oh, Magnum out! Oh, Magnum kill into Frantic. Oh, and a fail nade. Never mind. And another fail nade. So poor old Revo, don't even know what he was doing there, but he got his Magnum kill, so he's a happy man. So let's just wait and see as UK Swag takes down Dignitas Jerk. And it looks like Dignitas do have the bleed against them, and they're doing the best to try and defend as Hanzilla gets finished off and Infused Tom dying very quickly thereafter. But yeah, I mean, look, you don't have Jerk, NVC, Hanzilla, and it looks like Dignitas have got the bleed, but yeah, it looks like essentially, I don't know what's going on with Infused right now, as all of a sudden there was a 3-man domination cap by Dignitas against Infused, which was almost a complete change around from what it was previously, which struck me as rather strange.
But they're so far ahead that they don't really have to worry right now. So there's only like 15 tickets in this game right now, and Infused Tom just clearing up at B, but that's because they've got the upper balconies. They've got those spots. They've got the crossfire coming in, and there's not really much you can do at that point. Unless they can clear up that upper balcony, every attack on B is going to be really, really difficult. And really, that's the key for Infused's victory on this map. I mean, that upper balcony control was just too good.
Yes, indeed. Balcony too strong. So you can see now here, Dignitas Jerk moving in, going after multiple members of Infused. Oh, that always happens to me. Literally, just as you're about to throw the nade, somebody runs around the corner and shoots you in the face. And it looks like the last few tickets are disappearing. Hadouken's managed to take down Hanzilla and taking down just MVC as he tries to push in and headbutt him. And it looks like it's pretty much going to be all over with another successful win for Infused in this competition. So Infused really the team to beat in this competition.
Indeed, they are the top UK team, and they showing it once again after, to be honest, quite a shaky few games of Dignitas here. Really, in only one round have they really shown what they're made of, and that's this one. In the other ones, though, Dignitas were really taking it to them and really threatened to win. So Infused are managing to rally in the last map, but man, they didn't make it look easy.
Indeed, they did not. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Infused are your winners. Congratulations to them. And thank you, of course, to my co-caster, Mr. Dogbert. Wonderful job, as always. And we shall see you again for more Battlefield 4. There will be more tomorrow, obviously, EMS 1. So look forward to that. In the meantime, thank you to the admin, Matt, and obviously thank you to Dogbert. And special thanks to Razer for all their hard work on this competition. And we'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.